followed by Dr. R. Ravi Kumar, Head Department of Biotechnology, and Dr. D. Martin Luther, Head Department of Languages.
Followed by Professor R. Indrajit, Head Department of Fashion Technology, and Dr. V. Dhanapal, Head Department of Chemistry.
Followed by Professor V. Dhanapal, Head Department of Textile Technology, and Dr. K. Meghalai, Head Department of Mathematics.
Followed by Dr. C. Palanisamy, Head Department of Information Technology, and Dr. S. Jagdishwaran, Head Department of Automobile Engineering.
Followed by Dr. P. Tangaraj, Head Department of Computer Science and Engineering, and Dr. K. P. Arushri, Head Department of Mechatronics.
Followed by Dr. K. Sivakumar, Head Department of Mechanical Engineering, and Dr. R. Sendal Kumar, Head Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering.
Followed by Dr. S. Valarmadi, Head Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, and Dr. Satyanarayana Golakatta, Head Department of Aeronautical Engineering.
Followed by Dr. D. Sharmila, Head Department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering, and Dr. M. V. Rangaswamy, Head Department of Agricultural Engineering.
Followed by Dr. G. Anusha, Head Department of Civil Engineering, and Dr. A. M. Nadarajan, Chief Executive.
Followed by Dr. R. Subayan, Member Governing Council, and Thiru T. Gundan, Member Governing Council.
Followed by Dr. M. P. Vijay Kumar, IAS, Trustee and Director, and Thiru B. Saravanan, Trustee and Managing Director of Banariamman Sugars.
Followed by Padma Shri A. S. Kiran Kumar, Chairman ISRO, and Dr. R. V. Ramani, Founder and Managing Trustee, Shankara Eye Foundation.
Followed by Dr. S. V. Balasubramanian, Chairman, Banariamman Institute of Technology.
நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கனமும் மதி சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறைநுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
The 17th graduation day of Banariamman Institute of Technology has been called on to confer the degrees in the faculties of engineering, technology, management studies and computer applications upon candidates who have passed in examinations held in April-May 2016 and are duly certified by Anna University, Chennai to be worthy of the same.
I request Sri S.V. Balasubramaniam, Chairman, Banariamman Institute of Technology, to deliver the presidential address.
Chief guest of the day, most respected Padma Shri A.S. Kiran Kumar, Chairman of ISRO, my dear friend and guest of honor, Managing Trustee of Shankara Eye Foundation, Dr. Ramani, our Trustee, Dr. Vijay Kumar, Governing Council members, Dr. Subayan, Mr. Gundan, our Chief Executive, Dr. Nararajan, Principal, Dr. Saravanan, dedicated faculties of our institute, proud parents, guests, media, and my dear graduates who is going to degree certificates today. Good evening to all. I deem it a great privilege to welcome all of you for the 17th graduation day of Bannari Institute of Technology. Our chief guest, Sri Kiran Kumar, is a man of great achievements and accomplishments. He is a scientist par excellence. He is responsible for the success of planetary exploration missions like Chandrayaan-1, Mars Orbit Mission, AstroSat, etc. Under his leadership, you have recently seen in papers ISRO's Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, PSLV C-38, launched the KaroSat-2 series satellites along with the 30 co-passenger satellites. This will mostly help the defense and the military to have the surveillance over the terrestrial activities on the ground. That way, he has done an extremely great job for the safety of our country, and also it is known throughout the world that India is progressing in technology in all spheres. Sir, our greatest greetings and congratulations for you for doing a great thing for the safety of our country. I welcome you, sir, on behalf of all of us. Dr. Ramani, the founder and managing trustee of Sankara Eye Hospitals, along with his wife, Dr. Radha, he has established so far 10 hospitals all over the country. My dear students, will you please keep quiet? I don't want you to anybody to make any noise. Will you please take your seats? It's a very solemn function. I don't want anybody to talk to each other. We have got one of the greatest men of the country to come and give you their certificates, and he is going to address you, all of you. All those who are late, you please come and take your seat without talking to each other. Our guest of honor, though he is in a gold medalist in your medical examinations, he chooses to spend all his life in social service rather than making money establishing the private hospitals. So far in Sankara Eye Hospitals all over the country, he has already treated 4.5 million patients, doing surgery, eye surgery on 1.5 million people of this country. He has been able to introduce one unique model in whole of the country, that is 80-20 model. 80% of the patients are given free treatment. They are brought from the villages, kept in the hospital, operated, given food, again put them back into the villages. And 20% of the patients, they pay because of their economic viability, and he sought it in such a way, in a period of 5 years, this 20% of the patients who give the money, he is able to manage the other 80%. That way, it is a unique project that he has been able to do. It is widely accepted, and for that alone, he has been given number of awards by not only India, even from countries otherwise also. To tell you, the quality of the treatment given in the hospital is such that even Chinese doctors are coming here for training. In addition to this, in Germany, that Bonn University has entered into a collaborative research with this institute, and that way they are going on expanding these hospitals all over the country, and I am extremely happy to welcome Dr. Ramani amongst us. We are very fortunate to have two stalwarts to come here and here to issue the certificates to all of you. We all, celebrating our 17th graduation day. congratulations to all the degree holders. Congratulations to the parents who is going to see a momentous occasion in the lives of their sons and daughters. Congratulations to all the friends and relatives who have come here to make this function a wonderful one. And we all have come together to bless all the graduates for their future and to become one of the illustrious son of the soil. The mission of our institution, as you all know, to convert even ordinary persons into a extraordinary person of higher intelligence as well as a professional. Happy to see all of you, whether maybe you may be occupying a post as an engineer or as a manager, or maybe you would have started your own industry. That way we are extremely happy to congratulate all of you for your achievements. I am sure whatever you have learned in our institution is certainly helpful to you in all your field of activities, and that way you have learned the lessons in this institute. But now you have to learn lessons from the society. That way I thought I will share some of my thoughts. Number one, as rightly and usually told by our Dr. Abdul Kalam, you have to dream. You should have set a goal for you, for your ultimate aim. You should have it. Maybe you may have it training some of the industries, maybe in the companies, but ultimately you should have an aim. What is that aim you should have, you should think of? Maybe I will just give an example. You might have seen, this Ramraj Cotton advertisement everywhere. He started only as a small salesman. What happened during that time? He find there was an opportunity for him to build his own business. What he did is, he has no factory even now, but his turnover in the dhotis is the highest among all the dhoti manufacturers in India. What he did is, he is contracted with the people, advertised, get the best of the yarn, best of the count possible, get this, dhotis made out of it, and you see that is everywhere it is being respected as one of the best dhotis. In addition, to attract the youngsters, what he did is, he had put side pockets too, and also Velcro for the belt. That way he has been able to make, higher sales, because usually the youngsters also are now preferring to go in for dhotis whenever they are at home or going out or functions. And that way, this is one example. I give an indication only. So you should have a name in your life that you should be able to do it in at least in another 2 to 3 years thereafter. You should plan for that way entering into any of the business or industrial activities. Another one is teamwork. Second one is teamwork. Now, without teamwork, nothing is happening. You just take, for example, this PSLV launch of the rocket. It is all put together, all the scientists put together. They decided that you will have to build one beautiful satellite with one engine. They are able to send about 31 satellites, and that is something great, which now the whole world is looking on how we have been able to do it. Out of the 31 co-passenger satellite, I think about many of them are from various other countries only. In that case, I would also like to say that it is not only the senior scientists have to do, even the students from the colleges have been done it. In southern Abdul Rahman University, one student has already done one nano satellite, and he has been able to do it. Another student from Pallapatti in Karur district, he has been able to do one very small satellite, put it into NASA. That has been also very recently sought into action. That way, it is possible. It is not only the senior people, even students from the engineering college can also do that. Therefore, please have it in mind. Not only in satellite, so many other things you can think of doing that. That way, this PSLV is one wherein when our chief guest was talking to the press people, he said how it has been done. It is a joint action. He has very, very clearly stated, it speaks volume. The work that has been done by ISRO speaks volumes of the commitment that the ISRO scientists have demonstrated. That way, he has given all the credit to the scientist. Though he has been launching, he has been entirely in charge of the whole program. Even then, he did not get the credit. Such is, great gentleman is with us today to participate in this function, also talk to you on how you can also develop your knowledge in a scientific way to achieve better things. Another thing next is you face the challenges in your life. All along when you are in the college, maybe your parents took care of you and you are able to manage the whole show. Now entering into business, entering into profession, lot many things you'll have to come across. I may state one such instant what has happened in my place, in my account. Sometime about maybe 20 years back, I was working for my cousin, Mr. Mahalingam, in Shakti Sugars. They have an estate by name Bhagavati Sri Estate in Manandavadi districts in Kerala. It was more or less occupied by Naxalite, I would say. One Sajida, one lady, Sajida, she was only a top criminal of belonging to this group. She was rather staying there also some time back. There the workers never returned to any work. They will come about 10 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock they will go back, that's all. They never work. The estate was going on, incurring year after year. Maybe 5, 6, 7 years, the manager was just waiting for it, a good day will come. It has never came. So at that time, Mr. Mahalingam requested me, come on, you take over this estate, please run it. I never had any knowledge of tea at that time at all. So I had no other go. My boss has said, you take the chance. No, it is an opportunity given to me. It was given to many other people also in the same group. Nobody was willing to take it because the people are afraid of even going there. There are about 4 unions in the estate. So I said, all right, I will take it over. I will do that. I went there. I didn't go there at all because at that time, what happened is how to run it is another thing. You'll have to bring all these, workers, come into some commitment I'll have to take from them. So what I did is I asked the manager, there are 4 divisions. It's about 2,700 acres. Each 600 acres a division. I called the general manager, I discussed with them what to do. So one thing is, now if you take any action on these errands, certainly they are going to be a closer. They will not allow you to work and nothing will go. Then what do we do? I thought over the matter. Maybe I have discussed some of my friends. I decided, all right, you suspend about 10 fellows. What will happen? They will close the factory, sir, nobody will come for work. That is what I want. You do it. You do it. Daytime, evening, 6 o'clock, you put in the notice board. You first suspend them. Then after that, they start to work. You put it in the evening. Same day, evening, put a notice board in all the estates. That's all. It is closed for all. Like that, you put it, you take the jeep, come with your family, dead of night, you come out of the estate, and just give a letter to the police station to take care of the property. That's all. Times went on, processes were going on in the Manandavadi streets, people were talking. I used to get very frightening letters also. All those things, I didn't bother about it because I can't run the estate for a long time because I have been spending about every month 10 lakhs. 6 months I have spent it, nothing has improved. So I just closed it. Then people started coming. Then government used to call me. Then the local traders used to come and meet me. I said, I am agreeable to restart the factory provided government gives me money to run the factory, number one. I will not take another 800 out of 2,900 people, I will take only 2,000 people. Another 900 will let go out of the job. I cannot guarantee any job. It went on for another 3 months. Finally they came round and we entered into agreement. I got the money from the government also, and I reopened the factory after 6 months and started running. In the first year itself, I declared a bonus which they have never got it. What I did is all their households, all kachra sets were there. I completely repaired all those things. I put the sprinkler irrigation, made first year itself money. The year I took over, I made money. I declared 15% bonus to them. Then after that, you will see whenever I go to any estate, they will all wait for me to with their garlands in their hand. If I don't go to one estate, they will complain me, sir, you have not come to my estate. Second year also we made good money. That also I declared even. Money was paid to them in time. That way I have been able to improve estate. That what I am telling is, the challenges or opportunities will have to change. There are many such cases. In my case, it has happened. But these are all opportunities, God-given opportunities to you to get the challenges. So if you get the challenge only, you will be able to do it. Do you think our chief guest would have been able to do this launching, carrying about 31 satellites with one engine? Not possible. But for this time, effort, everything you would have put on that, and you have been able to do that. That way, you see to it that you get the challenges, take the opportunity to go ahead with that. Next, changes. Changes will take particularly in technology, changes. So, this Nokia 73, that was the best mobile phone at that time. At that time, there was nothing like, this Facebook, all those things was not there, WhatsApp, nothing was there. Then what happened? They were not able to change to the changing circumstances. What happened to now? Nokia has gone to the last page. Now all other Apple, Android, so many things have come in. Therefore, the changes is going to take place. Even where we are working also, there will be changes. You have to make the changes so that you are in the front line. You are in the premier line. Therefore, you will have to expect the changes, and you will have to do the changes for the improvement. That is going to happen, and without changes, there is not going to be any technology, any social life is not. Everything is going to be connected. In future, without an engineer, no social effect is going to take place. So that way, you expect the changes, and you try to take on you. Then, other thing, one more thing, with that I'll stop because you are going to hear from them. This interdisciplinary approach, that is very important. No more there's a watertight compartment for the engineering. Now we'll have to all join together. There also I will just tell you about what has happened in case of our Dr. Abdul Kalam. When he was doing his third year aeronautical, their professor, Mr. Srinivasan, he has given him a project for designing low-level attack aircraft. This was given to them along with the 5 more of the students, all from different disciplines like material science, electronics and communication, like that. So many other things also they took it, and maybe for first 5 months they were not able to do that. And then the professor came and saw things were not happening as he wished, and he gave me time only just, I will give you 1 more month. Within that time you should do it, otherwise I will stop the stipend which I am giving to you. Then what they did is night and day they worked, with food, without food, with sleep, without sleep, they have started working. Finally, end of 6 months when the professor came and saw, things were put in place. Just because if you are doing alone with only one knowledge of the discipline of engineering, you will not be able to solve the problem. Now, interdisciplinary is very, very important. Therefore, where you are working, there also, please see to it that you join with your colleagues. Try to do something new. Then only you will be able to succeed in life. And more than all the things, you have to be very, very perfect in your character, life, discipline, sincerity to the work, because that is very important. There also I will just only one experience and finish with that. When I was doing the chartered accountancy, I am chartered accountancy, 2 years I did my article, 3rd year my auditor gave me a file, income tax file. He gave it to me, come and you go and represent before the income tax officer. One advice he gave it to me, now you go before the officer, fine. When you tell a lie, our client will get about 10 lakhs benefit. If you simply tell one lie, you will get 10 lakhs. Next time when you go for another client, you may get even 50 lakhs, just telling 1 or 2 lies. 3rd time when you go, you may get even 75 lakhs. Then all income tax officers during lunch they join together, sit and eat. They will discuss about all the auditors, a client, everything. 3rd time, then the auditor will find out that all these things by misrepresentation, those customers have been benefited. Who has represented? Balasubramaniam. Right. In future, Balasubramaniam comes means any file, velakkannu uthi paakkanum. Chumma ella paakadinga. Even then he would have tried to, give a wrong information. Therefore, don't believe him. On the face of it, you try to reject whatever appeals he make. That has gone into the mind from the day onwards. I tell you, in any of my transactions, either in business or trading, everything, I have been always keeping up that Dharma, Satyam in all my life. That is why maybe God has blessed me to put up with such a beautiful college. There we have got such a wonderful, students studying year after year, bring him name to our college, and I am extremely happy to congratulate all our students, and maybe I have to certainly congratulate all my faculty members, without which this would not have been possible. I could have put up all these buildings, everything, but without our faculty, there's nothing. It is only just a building, it is not a college. With our students also, there's no college. With good college, the best of the students we have been getting all through the year, and you have done extremely well, and I wish you all the best in the years to come, and I pray Nariman to give you all health, wealth, everything in your life. With this, I again offer my congratulations and thank our chief guest for coming all along from Bangalore. To finding a time for him, even 1 hour, 2 hours is very difficult. And finding one day for us is, I think you are all really somebody who has done extremely a good darshan you are having, that I would say. Because he's a father for all of you so far as the technology is concerned. And along with another scientist in the name of Dr. Ramani is here. Though he is a doctor, a general doctor, people from abroad are inviting him for giving lectures on eye diseases, eye treatment. That way we got the best of the people with us, and I am sure they are going to share their thoughts with you. With this, I thank every one of the graduates, parents, and relatives who all come here for this happy occasion. Thank you. I invite the guest of honor, Dr. R.V. Ramani, the founder and managing trustee of Sankara Eye Foundation, to deliver the special address.
எல்லோருக்கும் வணக்கம். Dear Chairman, Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam, Chairman of ISRO, Padma Shri Dr. Kiran Kumar, the board members of this prestigious institution, faculty, students and parents. Let me first heartily congratulate every one of you. Hearty congratulations. Today is a red letter day in your life. Every student who is graduating, hearty congratulations from all of us. Those who have blossomed today, the faculty have been behind the scene. They are the people who molded you. So hearty congratulations to the faculty and to the management who has provided a world-class facility in Bannari Amman Institute of Technology. Hearty congratulations. It's a teamwork, all put together. And the next few minutes I would like to dwell upon one particular aspect which I'm sure is going to help you in your future. And this message I got from Bannari Amman Institute of Technology's logo. What does it say? It says, stay ahead. That is the message. You don't need anything else. Stay ahead. What is stay ahead? எப்பவுமே 10 11 இருக்கக்கூடாது. Never be 1 in 10. Always a shade better than others. Always stay ahead. Whatever you do, stay ahead. And that is excellence. Excellence is a pursuit. It's an ongoing phenomena. It is not a goal. The word excellence means, it is a Latin word which says ex celsius. It means beyond the high. We are sitting in this auditorium. This roof is the highest point here. But what if there is one more floor above this? The roof of the first floor will be the highest point. So in life, we have to keep on excelling, and it is not a goal, it's a pursuit. It's a challenge. Challenge before every one of you. Every day you have to excel, and that is the way you will come up in life. In life, all of us have different phases. We had our wonderful childhood, playful children. Then we had our school days. Then, of course, the college, graduated. Now you're all getting outside as professionals, as engineers. The whole world is in front of you. Few of the thoughts I would like to share with you. All of us, I'm sure, would have read Bharatiyar extensively. அவ்வளவு அழகா he says, நல்லதோர் வீணை செய்தே அதை நலம் கெட புழுதியில் எறிவதுண்டோ, சொல்லடி சிவசக்தி என்னை சுடர்மிகும் அறிவுடன் ஏன் படைத்தாய், வல்லமை தாராயோ. What does he say? All of you have gained the knowledge, but knowledge has to be supplemented with health. He compares the God-given human body to a beautiful veena. Of all the musical instruments, veena is the most beautiful instrument, if you can recollect. Miridangam irukku, violin irukku, veena is the most beautiful. And he says, நல்லதோர் வீணை செய்தே அதை நலம் கெட புழுதியில் எறிவதுண்டோ, சொல்லடி சிவசக்தி என்னை சுடர்மிகும் அறிவுடன் ஏன் படைத்தாய். Friends, it is for you to see that you not only have a healthy mind, but also a healthy body. The knowledge what you have acquired in this institution should be complemented beautifully by yet another important parameter, and that is love. Knowledge and love should go hand in hand. One without the other doesn't make things complete. There are a couple of examples. All of you know Hitler. Hitler had so much of knowledge. He had everything, he knew everything about the destructive weaponry. He knew, he had so much of knowledge, but he lacked love towards fellow human beings. What happened? That was the disaster of the World War. Because he had knowledge, he didn't have love. The other side is also equally true. Love without knowledge is equally bad. In our own country, in India, we were told that in the early 40s, there was an epidemic of plague. உங்களுக்கு சில பேருக்கு plagueனா தெரிஞ்சிருக்கலாம். Plague is a disease which gets transmitted from rats and from person to person. In India, people loved each other. Those days, ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒருத்தர் ரொம்ப ஆசை. They were all together, but they lacked knowledge. They didn't know anything about the disease, the way it gets transmitted. So what is the result? What would have been few hundreds of people dying? It was thousands and thousands dying because of this disease. So knowledge and love have to go together. They did some study on the various five important things which are successful. All of you want to become a successful man or a successful woman. What are the 5 important things? Knowledge, you've already acquired. But don't be satisfied with this. You have to go beyond. Continually, you have to keep on increase your knowledge. And next to knowledge, you have to have high aims. The goal. You should have an aim. Aimless ship will not reach anywhere. You should have a clear aim. You should be clear about what you want. Then you have to be passionate. Without passion, you cannot reach there. Passion alone is not enough. You should have compassion. Compassion towards others. And all these 4 factors have to be supplemented by hard work. Without hard work, nothing happens. They did a study on 500 most successful men and women, and they came out with one common phenomena which all of them showed, and that is passion and hard work. எல்லாரும் ஞாபகம் வச்சுங்க. You have to be passionate, you have to be putting in hard work. They also did a very authenticated study. Those who have been successful in life, how did they become successful? They said, and then they came out with the fact that all of them have put in 10,000 hours of training and hard work. சும்மா வந்துறது. 10,000 hours of training and hard work, and they are successful people. Sachin, the little master, all of us know about Sachin Tendulkar. Our கடைசியா, before his retirement, there was a friendly match happening in Mumbai. It is not any of those listed matches. It is just one of those friendly matches. By then he has proved himself as a world figure in cricket. But what happened? For that match, I believe, he practiced 3 hours a day with his bat and ball for 3 consecutive days and went for that match. That is the passion. Hard work and passion should be there for us to succeed. I don't know how many of you have seen that video clipping of the greatest sprinter, Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt, that 100 meters dash, As soon as he just gets that 100 meters, he just touches the ground to thank the God earth. He thanks God and he just shows his hand straight to the sky and says, I am aiming at the sky. All of you should aim at the sky. Nothing short of that. The world has records only for the first and not for the second. So aim high. And you should see that. And I'm sure all of you are familiar with Apple. Steve Jobs, when he started Apple, he didn't say that I'm going to start a company which is going to manufacture computers, nor did he say that it is something which is going to manufacture telephones. He said, I want to make a dent in the universe. Mark the word. He said, I want to make a dent in the universe. You all see that apple and the dent over there. He wanted to make an impact in universe. He did it because he had that kind of a conviction which all of you should develop. Have a role model in your life. You don't have to search anywhere. I'm not just trying to exaggerate. Our own chairman, Dr. SVV, is a clear role model. I've been so close to him over the past 40 years. He's my role model. I've learned a lot from him. His passion, his compassion, his hard work, meticulous planning, ethical approach. Please try to have a role model in your life which will take you. The other day, we were just listening to Suresh Krishna. Some of you might know one of the topmost industrialists of this country from the TVS family, chairman of Sundaram Fasteners. He was telling about how he started. When he started Sundaram Fasteners, against a lot of global order, they got order to make radiator caps, millions of caps. But either Mr. Krishna or his team, they didn't know anything about the radiator caps. So he was thinking, how are we going to do this? Then for a while he thought, and then he convinced himself, the radiator cap, somebody is doing it. That some human being is manufacturing radiator caps. If someone can do it, why not me? So have that feeling. Don't think that you can't do it. You can do it. You have to dream. You have to desire. Decide with determination. You can do it. Few more points I would like to touch upon before I conclude. Work and stress. Work and stress are two different things. Never get confused with that. If you do a job which you love the most for 15 hours, you will not be tired. If you do a job which you don't like, for 15 minutes, you will be just fagged out. That is something which you love, you will get never tired. No one has died of work, but people have died of stress. So worry and stress, perhaps more people worry than working. No shortcuts. Never think of shortcuts. To reach your goal, you have to be ethical. We know some negative examples where people tried shortcuts, they didn't reach. The famous Satyam story, all of us know. And close to our own state in Kerala, the famous cricketer Srishant. He was coming up so beautifully as a good bowler, and because he wanted to have a quick success, shortcuts, you know what happened to Srishant. So never. Life is full of, it's like a Paramapadam. All of you know Paramapadam? The snake and ladder. Life has got a lot of snakes and a lot of ladders. You have to climb the ladders, but you have to be careful the snakes don't catch you. And one of the major snakes is the money. Of course, all of us need money, but money cannot and should not swallow us. Very important. When you take a decision, leave out money. Then you will be able to take the right decision. When you take the right decision, money will automatically follow you. Once Kanchi Paramacharya was saying, a beautiful example, all of us want name and fame. We want to be known everywhere. We want quick money. Someone is walking towards the sun, your shadow follows you. You walk more and more, your shadow follows you. The moment he says, I want to catch my shadow, he turns back and walks towards the shadow, it goes away and away from him. You can never catch. Similarly, money and fame will follow you. You keep watching and walking in your life. Compassion. Passion should be combined with compassion. A bit of history. In the last century, I believe in Europe, once there was a poor farmer. He was plowing his land. Suddenly he heard a young boy screaming for help. He went there and saw a young boy who was caught in a quicksand. You know, quicksand is a pudaikuri. You get into it, you can't save yourself. So this farmer used a long bamboo stick, struggled for an hour, and got the boy out. The boy thanked him and went. The next day, the boy's father, a very rich man, a millionaire, he came on a huge limousine, a car, and came to this farmer and said, "You saved my son yesterday, I would like to give you something." Farmer said, "No, I am poor, but I don't want to accept anything from you because I didn't save your son expecting something from you." Onnu vaangikka matten sonnar. Then this rich man, he said, "I appreciate your conviction, but you have a young boy, let me at least educate him." For which the farmer agreed. And then the rich man took this farmer's son, put him into school and then the medical school, and that boy later became Sir Alexander Fleming, the inventor of penicillin, first antibiotic in human history. ஒரு 10 years அப்புறம் the farmer's son was in a deathbed with pneumonia. Those days you get a lung infection, you have to die. At that time, it was Sir Alexander Fleming who used his penicillin and saved him. And who was the farmer's son? Sir Winston Churchill. It's not a story, it's history. The moral, help someone whenever you can, wherever you can. நண்பர்களே, இந்த ஒரு முக்கிய நாளில் லைஃப்பில் என்னெல்லாமோ எதிர்பார்த்துட்டு மேலே போயிட்டுருக்கீங்க. அந்த எக்ஸலன்ஸ் இஸ் சம்திங் யூ ஹேவ் டு லுக் அட். நேச்சர் இஸ் த பெஸ்ட் டீச்சர் ஃபார் ஆல் ஆஃப் அஸ். மழைத்துளி சொன்னது, முகவரி இல்லாமல் பூமிக்கு வருகின்றது, எங்கே சிப்பி விழித்திருக்கின்றதோ அங்கே விழுந்து முத்தாகிறது. மழைத்துளி சொன்னது, முத்துக்கான வித்து எப்போதும் வேளாம், விழித்திரு மனிதா விழித்திரு. All of you always be looking for opportunities. You will get a wonderful opportunity anytime, but you have to wait for it. விழித்திரு மனிதா. தன்னை சுற்றிலும் கீழே சேறு மேலே பாசி. ஆனாலும் தண்ணீர் தீயாய் பூத்திருக்கும் தாமரைக்குத்தான் என்ன ஒரு சௌந்தரிய கம்பீரம். தாமரை சொன்னது, சார்பால் பெருமை பெறுவது எளிது, சார்புக்கு பெருமை தருவதே பெரிது. Bannariaman Institute of Technology. Because of that you get a lot of good name and you go up, that is easy. But if you can bring laurels to this wonderful institution, that is something what you have to do. எரிமலை தும்மியது, 50 கிலோமீட்டருக்கு அக்னி குழம்பு, எந்த ஒரு குடிமகனும் இடம்பெயரவில்லை. அக்னி குழம்பில் ஆழ்ந்து பயிரிட்டதில் 6 மடங்கு அமோக விளைச்சல். எந்த ஒரு தீமையிலும் அங்கே ஒரு நன்மை உண்டு. Sometimes you can have some challenges, Chairman explained, but don't get disheartened. There is always a positive aspect to it. Okay, எல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு with excellence you're all coming up, but don't forget in life, be humble and simple. ஏறுவோர் அனைவரையும் குனிந்து வர சொல்கின்றது, இறங்குவோர் அனைவரையும் நிமிர்ந்து செல்ல செய்கின்றது. மலை சொன்னது, பணிந்து வாழ்ந்தால் உயர்ந்து போவாய், நிமிர்ந்து தெரிந்தால் இறங்கி போவாய். Don't forget in life, humility is the essence of life. With all this, divine blessings. You should all feel that there is a power beyond us, in whatever name you call. There is a power which makes things happen for us. Have a strong faith in that. All of us these days, we are all very happy to take selfies. We take selfies. Your work, whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you are working in an institution or a big corporate, whatever you do every day is your selfie, it is your self-portrait. You should feel like, okay, I am autographing this. This is my self-portrait. Please have it. That should be the kind of work what you should do, my dear friends. Before I conclude, it's a solemn occasion, but it's a very, very happy occasion. I want all of you to laugh and be very happy. So, leaving you with a humorous anecdote, always next to the Punjabi jokes, Sardarji jokes, it is the doctor's jokes. The other day, a friend of mine, he had a small little cut injury. there's bleeding. கையில் சின்னதாக கட் ஆயிடுச்சு. He looked around, there was a doctor's clinic, a lot of people were sitting. This guy walked in. The moment he walked in, ஒரு nurse வந்தாங்க, pushed him onto the bench. He said, he showed his finger. She was very busy, போயிட்டாங்க. Within few minutes, the second nurse came and she removed his shirt and banian. This fellow was showing his finger. She wouldn't even wait for a minute, she went off. அடுத்த 5 minutes, the third nurse came and kept a thermometer in the mouth. இந்த ஆள் திரும்பி பார்த்தாரு, there were 40 guys with him, all with their shirt and banian out and a thermometer in the mouth. He just couldn't control himself. Then fourth nurse வந்தாங்க. முதல் ஆள்கிட்ட இருந்து she took the temperature, recorded religiously, came up to him. She removed the thermometer. He could not hold anymore. பக்கத்தில் இருக்கிற இவர் கத்தினார். What the hell is this? It's a mental asylum. இதனையா பைத்தியக்கார ஆஸ்பத்திரியா? I came for a cut injury and this is what the nurses did for me. I'm going to complain to the chief doctor. And that man said, patience. பொறுமையாயிரு. Look at me. I am the postman for this region for the past 25 years. Every day I will come, they will remove my shirt and banian, they will keep a thermometer also. At the end, I will give the post and go away. For one day, don't get disheartened. Life la பொறுமை, patience ரொம்ப வேணும். I hope I have not tested your patience today. I conclude with those words which always inspired me. All of you can keep remembering these words. It will go a long way in your life. It's Tagore's Gitanjali, Rabindranath Tagore's Gitanjali. Tagore in Gitanjali says those golden words, where the head is held high, where the mind is without fear, where the knowledge is free, where the words come from the depth of truth, where the world is not broken down by narrow domestic walls, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Jai Hind.
Now, I invite our chief guest, Padma Shri A.S. Kiran Kumar, Chairman ISRO, to deliver the graduation day address.
Shri Balasubramaniam, Chairman, Banari Amman Institute of Technology, Dr. R.V. Ramani, all the dignitaries on the dais, and all the students who are graduating from this institute today. A great day in your lives where you will be moving out from a protected environment to the realities of life. As long as we are in the educational institutions pursuing our studies, we are protected in many ways. While we seek knowledge, improve our skills to perform our duties in the society, once we enter the realities of life, we understand the difference between the protected environment and the real happenings in the world. All of you today have reached a stage where through your dedicated effort and the encouragement from your parents and the dedicated efforts of this institute's professors and lecturers who have made sure that you have acquired significant skills in each of the technology domains in which you have worked, you are worthy of going out and contributing to the development of the society. Seeking knowledge and acquiring knowledge in today's world is an essential thing because we all understand that it's only with the developments of science and technology that the society has become or has got many facilities which has come to it compared to the lives of our parents, grandparents. Today we actually have the benefit of significant technology components. For example, today in your palms you can see what is happening anywhere in the world almost instantaneously. The situation was not same in the earlier years. There were years when in India, if you were to contact somebody near and dear to you who is maybe 500 to 1,000 kilometers away, you had to go to a post office, do what is called a person-to-person call booking, and wait for hours. If you are lucky, you will get the connection. Otherwise, you will have to go back and try another day. Whereas today, wherever you are in a position to see what's happening almost across the globe. All this has happened because of the technology. We in Indian Space Research Organization have been in some ways contributing to the development in the society and in our country. I would just like to narrate some of the key developments just to bring out to you that how it is possible, if you make up your mind and dedicate yourself, how you can contribute to the society. Probably all of you know that way back in 1957, Russians put an object into space, the first object to go to space, called Sputnik. At that time, both the Americans and Russians were competing with each other to demonstrate who is more powerful and who is more technologically more capable. But at that time, we had in our country a great scientist by name Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, who looked at the availability of this new technology of space, how this space technology can be brought to use and provide developmental avenues within the country. You can visualize that if you put an object in space and it goes round Earth, from that you can look down upon the Earth and it sees no boundaries, no state boundaries, no national boundaries. It can acquire information. It can also provide communication capability. Probably many of you are aware that it was Sir Arthur Clarke who had foreseen that by having a geostationary satellite, a satellite which takes 24 hours to go around Earth, and Earth itself takes exactly 24 hours to go around its own axis, the two become relatively immobile. That means it becomes a geostationary transfer or geostationary tower at 36,000 feet, and you can do line of sight communication. Probably you are also quite familiar when in the age-old days, when people wanted to see what's happening at distance, they used to climb up the trees, mountains, towers. So now here at 36,000 kilometers height, you can see 1/3 of the globe. And using this capability, you can provide line of sight communication. So what Dr. Vikram Sarabhai did was he convinced his friends in Russia, America, France and Germany and brought in the sounding rocket kits to Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Site, and the first launching was done way back in 1963 on November. At that time, he was helped by a priest in the church, because in the beach of Tumba, where they needed place for doing these rocket experiments, he had to convince the priest that if you can convince the fishermen around this region, one day this science and technology tools will benefit the entire country. The priest was able to convince the fishermen, and truly, after almost 3 decades, in 1999, making use of the space technology, we are able to provide information to the fishermen. We have almost 8,000 kilometer long coast, and from 99 onwards, we have been able to provide information to the fishermen where to go for fishing by using the space technology. By looking at the color of the ocean, you can pick up chlorophyll and also the thermal fronts, then using the chlorophyll, what the fishes eat, and then identify fishing schools, and through that the information to the fishermen is provided. So an act which was done in the late 60s, and the priest enabling the Indian Space Research Organization to start its work in Tumba, resulted in a technological development which benefits the society at large. And at that time, the Vikram Sarabhai was able to convince the government and also his friends that in India, because it's the magnetic equator, if you do research in this location, in upper atmospheric research, it's a great benefit to the entire world. So starting from that simple beginnings in the premises of a church, ISRO started its launch vehicle activity. Today, you are all familiar that we have established a capability of Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, which recently did almost 39 consecutively successful missions. And not only have we been able to use this launch vehicle for putting our own satellites into orbit, but also we have been able to provide almost 209 satellites of 29 countries we have been able to put into the orbit. And among this, 104 satellites in one go, which happened in the February of this year, happened to be a record in the international arena also. Similarly, in terms of launch vehicle technology, apart from the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, we also have developed the cryogenic engine-based geostationary transfer orbit satellites, the launch vehicles which can put satellites into geostationary orbits. And just a couple of months back, we did, using our own cryo engine, 4th consecutive mission of GSLV Mark II. And just last month, we did a GSLV Mark III, which again makes use of a different type of cryo engine. Almost, we will be able to put 4-ton satellites into geostationary transfer orbit. Now, this technology of cryogenic engine, you can imagine, makes use of oxygen and hydrogen as the fuel, and through a rocket engine, it burns and produces tremendous amount of thrust. Now, the oxygen and hydrogen are stored in liquid form at 20 Kelvin and 70 Kelvin, and this is used for the rocket engine. The kind of complexity that is involved, all of this has been indigenously realized, though it took almost few decades, but today we can proudly say that India is among the few countries which has the capability to do its own cryogenic engine-based rocket technology and put satellites into orbit. Not only our satellites, but also satellites for others. You are also familiar that last month we also launched a satellite which carries payloads for South Asian countries. So it is for the first time that India demonstrated that space technology work, what we are doing, is not just for the benefit of our own countrymen, but also it is for the benefit of countrymen, our neighboring countries. So it was a great gesture on the part of the government of India to show that the developments happening in the space and other technology areas needs to be shared among our fellow citizens within the country and outside to improve the lives of all. When ISRO started its work in the 60s, the situation, whether it is in communication or in meteorology, was at the very beginning, and we did not have, like I said, telephone connectivity across the country and also the broadcasting service across the country. What was conceived by Dr. Vikram Sarabhai was an experiment where he borrowed a satellite from Americans, one of the advanced technology satellites, and it was moved over to the Indian longitude. And for about 1 year, an experiment the like of which had not been conducted by anybody in the world, called largest socio-technological experiment, demonstrating in 2,400 villages using a technology of equivalent of today's direct to home. It was realized way back in 75, called direct to community, and in these 2,400 villages, using black and white television sets of ECIL and also the front-end technology realized by ISRO, for 1 year broadcasting service was made available to these villages, and villagers and farmers were shown how they can improve the farming practices and how welfare and family health information could be delivered to them. You can easily visualize that when this was made known, the government of India did not require much convincing that space technology is definitely for the benefit of the country, and the INSAT series of satellites was approved. We were among the first to make use of, again, a technology bringing in what is called 3-in-1, communication, meteorology, and also broadcasting. All three services were brought into a single satellite, and a satellite was actually a new concept of 3-axis stabilization was brought in, and such concept had not existed at that time, and we made use of this capability of innovation to address the problems of our country. And this particular thing was also need because we could not afford 3 independent satellites and 3 independent launches. So we had to bring it in a single satellite, and that was a great success. And in the 80s, the total scenario of reaching out to the entire country through broadcasting and telephone connectivity happened. Then, using this technology, we also brought in what was called the prospective fishing zone, which I pointed out to you. And today we also have a capability because of these satellite observations. Cyclones which strike the coast, we are in a position to tell the country at least 4 days in advance the exact location where the cyclone strikes and also the time at which it strikes, because of which we are in a position, the disaster relief agencies are able to actually evacuate the people and save tens of thousands of lives. Probably some of you who would have read earlier, in the previous decades, super cyclones had resulted in loss of lives of more than 15,000 to 20,000 people. But in the recent past, no cyclone, even super cyclone, has been able to take away the lives of our countrymen, because what the technology has provided and effective use of this technology, reaching out to the disaster relief agencies and the governance. Today we have about 45 satellites operating in space, providing an observation capability, looking at how the plants grow, how the forest cover is changing, and how various activities, planning activities of the governments are progressing. Today, there are mechanisms using geospatial technologies and the crowdsourcing available through the mobile communications. We are in a position to monitor the progress in events like Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, where since last August, the government is making use of this tool using Bhuvan platform. More than 1.5 crore assets have come into the database, and any citizen can look at in this database of Bhuvan what is happening in the vicinity, their nearby villages, what kind of activity is being done, what is the progress. So similarly, we have been able to provide to the post offices, the entire 1.5 lakh post offices have come into the database, and we also have been able to enable the Ministry of Culture an activity where near our heritage sites, which is almost 4,500 heritage sites, earlier if a citizen wanted to build a building, he had to wait for years for getting approval. Now, based on the space technology and the tools, they are able to do it in less than 10 days or 2 weeks, and Ministry of Culture has been able to successfully bring out the online services. There are tremendous opportunities today because these satellites, the new capabilities that are available in this satellite, both in terms of navigation, communication, Earth observation, in each of them there are tremendous opportunities, and student community will be major contributor to the country's development. We have many programs which are called Space-Based Information System for Decentralized Planning, or even the cultural heritage sites being monitored using both the satellite data as well as the mobile application. We are working towards that. What ISRO has been trying to do all along is conceive solutions to the problems we face in the country using space technology. For example, if you look at navigation, while Americans, Russians, Chinese, as well as the Europeans went with a 28 to 32 satellite constellation for providing through a receiver information about latitude, longitude, or position, we conceived of only a 7 satellite constellation, and we have put it into a place. And using this, today we are able to get not only around India, but 1,500 kilometers beyond the Indian boundaries, a capability of locating yourself using these specialized receiver systems. And here also there are tremendous opportunity for entrepreneurs to make use of this technology for providing solutions. And we are also being able to engage many government, central and state departments for providing solutions both in terms of planning and monitoring. We provide almost a 10-day surface water map of the entire country, and also recently what we saw in last 1 year, we have put 3 satellites capable of doing sub-meter resolution imaging, and this is a tremendous advantage for urban city planning and the likes. Apart from this, we have also been actually enabling the student community in the country and institutions for developing greater capabilities. Chandrayaan, you will all be happy to know, though we were late, we did this mission in 2008. Though many agencies had landed on moon, they had put many probes. The credit for discovering the process of water molecule formation and presence of water on the moon is actually credited to Chandrayaan-1. And similarly, if you look at Mars mission, though many attempts had been made earlier, India and ISRO happens to be the first individual country to successfully put a satellite into a trajectory around the Mars in its maiden attempt. Just to appreciate the complexity of this activity, suppose you were told on the 5th of November 2013, when we launched this satellite, after almost 10 months, to the second, on 24th of September 2014, 7:30 a.m. in the morning, this satellite, after traveling 600 million kilometers, it should be at a specific location in space within a cube of 50 kilometers. That is the kind of task that was required. If it was not going to be there in that 50-kilometer cube, we would not have been able to insert it in the Mars orbit. In this period, lot of things can go wrong and lot of things can change the trajectory of the satellite, including the sunlight which falls on the satellite itself could produce enough force, radiation pressure you would have heard of, that can produce enough change to deviate the satellite from its trajectory. So all this was successfully done, and we were able to put the satellite into the orbit around the Mars. While we had anticipated that this would last only 6 months, just on the 19th of June, we completed 1,000 days of orbiting around the Mars. And this was again a very significant development. And we were also able to show to the world that it is possible to do planetary missions at a cost which is significantly lower than what others have been doing. Similarly, an AstroSat, a unique satellite where the instruments built in academic institutions like Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Indian Institute of Astrophysics, Raman Institute, Indian Institute of Science, Physical Research Laboratory, this was put into orbit. And this is again a unique satellite because today it carries one of the highest spatial resolution, angular resolution telescopes in ultraviolet, best in the world. And today it's able to actually perform feats which is actually catching the attention of the globe. While all this has been done, who has done all this activity in the country? It has been done by people like you who have come out of the academic institutions. In the 70s, when we all started this activity, we did not have the benefit of information which was many information which is accessible to you today, like on internet or through the net. Those days, the information, if at all you are able to get, is through journals which are printed maybe a few decades earlier, or through books you have to actually glean. You have to learn the hard way and you have to make things happen. But then, if you make up your mind, put a target and work towards that, there is nothing that you cannot achieve. Successes which ISRO has been able to show to this country, because like what was pointed out by your chairman, that it's an interdisciplinary work. In ISRO, we have people from biology discipline to whether it is chemistry, chemical propulsion, electrical engineering, computer engineering, civil engineering, you name the discipline, it is there. It's only when interdisciplinary work is done as a teamwork, you can achieve success. Individually, each one of you, by virtue of what you acquire, what you gain, what knowledge you gain, you can achieve a success for yourself. But what is more important is whatever knowledge you have acquired and whatever skills you have learned, whether you can bring it to the use and make the lives of your fellow citizen, your countrymen, and the people in the globe to live a better life. If you can do that, definitely the knowledge you have acquired and the skills you have acquired would have been put to right use. Each one of you who are studying, who have studied in this institute, just the glimpse today what I have from entering into this campus and going through the library gave me the impression that this is one of the extremely well organized, very well managed institutions. All of you had the privilege of learning in an institute like this. But then this has also given you a great responsibility, because in our country not many have the privilege of getting the kind of knowledge and the skills, facilities what you have experienced. And while you have gained from this knowledge and experience, you also have a responsibility. You have to make India a great country and a number one country in the coming years. Today, for example, in the yesteryears, if students and the people from our country used to go to America or Western societies, why were they going? Because the quality of life there, it is better opportunities existed, was their feeling. And if that has to change, and if India has to become the destination of the world, not only because of what we are going to do today, but because of its great rich heritage, where it has survived thousands of years of civilizational onslaughts, today we are in a great position of being one of the fastest growing economies in the world, and also the kind of opportunities that is available and provided by the government and the institutions, and the demographic dividend what we have, all of that can be actually harnessed when you, as people who are coming out of institutions like this with knowledge and skills what you have acquired, if you work for the benefit of this country, for the benefit of our fellow citizens, improving their lives and their living standards, the day is not far when world will be desiring to come to India for better opportunities. So let me take this opportunity to wish each one of you a great success in your career, a great future, and also fulfilling the responsibility of studying and acquiring knowledge in great institutions like this. Thank you very much.
I now invite Padma Shri A.S. Kiran Kumar to present the degree certificates to the graduates of PhD and PG programs of 2016 batch. Let the candidates be now presented.
I, Dr. D. Saravanan, Principal of Banari Amman Institute of Technology, have the privilege of presenting 26 candidates to receive the PhD in Science, Engineering and Technology awarded by Anna University, Chennai. Dr. R. Balakrishna Raja, Dr. L. Vijay Kumar, Dr. V. Dhanapal, Dr. M. Saravanan, Dr. Geeta, Dr. Gomati, Dr. Kamaleshwari, Dr. Kumaresan, Dr. Murshida Taj, Dr. Ramesh, Dr. Sasikala, Dr. Soundararajan, Dr. Kamalanathan, Dr. Kausalya, Dr. Manimekalai, Dr. Chitra, Dr. Lokesh Kumar, Dr. Sundaramurthy, Dr. Prakash, Dr. Vinod Kumar, Dr. Jayaraj, Dr. Anandamurthy. கொஞ்சம் முன்னாடி போயிருங்க. Make it fast. Dr. Prakash. Dr. M. Sivakumar. Dr. A. Selvakumar. Dr. E. Tolkapian, and the rest 8 candidates will receive the degree in absentia.
I, Dr. Valarmadi, Head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering of Bannari Institute of Technology, have the privilege of presenting 13 candidates in Applied Electronics, 13 candidates in Communication Systems, 19 candidates in VLSI Design, for the candidates to receive the degree of Master of Engineering in Applied Electronics, Communication Systems and VLSI Design awarded by Anna University, Chennai. Manjusha M, Medal winner of Applied Electronics. Abhirami C, Aravind K, Divya, Jnana Tamilan, Kavya Priya, Pratika, Sangeeta, Saranya, Shuganti, Suganya M, Suganya S, Tangaratinam, Vijay Kumar S. Hamsa Gayatri, Medal winner in Communication Systems. Appadurai, Balapriya, Gautam, Gunavadi, Kavita, Malarvili, Nagamina, Narmada, Pavitra, Priya, Revadi, Savita. Niveda M of VLSI Design, Medal winner. Anu, Aravind Shankar, Azir Mary, Chandramogan, Janani, Kirtana, Kogila, Mohana Priya, Nancy, Rajesh, Roja, Sandhya, Saranya, Saranya M, Satish, Sija, Silambarasan, Soundarya, Vigneshwar. And the rest 7 candidates in Applied Electronics, 1 in Communication System and 1 in VLSI Design will receive their degree in absentia. Thank you.
ஏதம்பி வரலைங்களா? I, Dr. K. Sukumar, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering of Banari Amman Institute of Technology, have the privilege of presenting 27 candidates to receive the degree of Master of Engineering in CAD/CAM, Engineering Design and Industry Safety awarded by Anna University, Chennai. Kirubanidhi, Pon Shankar, Prabhu, Engineering Design Gold Medalist, Soumya, Arul Das, Dinesh, Indra Kumar, Meghavarnan, Naveen Kumar, Obli Kumar, Rajasuryan, Rajeswaran, Ramachandran, Sasi Kumar, Sandil Murugan, and Industry Safety, Periyar Selvam, Gold Medalist. Harish, Karthikeyan, Kumar Ranjidam, Lakshmanan, Maheshwaran, Manigandan, Mahindra Raju, Sundar, Vasudevan, Yoganathan. And the rest of 7 candidates will receive the degree in absentia.
I, Dr. Tangaraj, Head of the Department of Computer Science Engineering of Banari Amman Institute of Technology, have the privilege of presenting 16 candidates who receive the degree of Engineering, Master of Engineering in Computer Science Engineering. Bhanupriya, Sangeeta, Abhinaya, Divya, Kartika, Kirtivasan, Kumaresh, Nishant, Nitish, Pravina, Preetavalli, Priya, Sugandhi, Tyagu, Varalakshmi, Yasota. And the rest 4 candidates will receive their degrees in absence.
I, Dr. D. Sharmila, Head of the Department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering of Banari Amman Institute of Technology, have the privilege of presenting 13 candidates to receive the degree of Master of Engineering in Embedded System awarded by Anna University, Chennai. Medal winner in Embedded System, Vignesh M, Anantaraj S, Anish R, Chandralekha R, Devakumar P.V., Dinesh Kumar V, Janani P, Kanagaraj S, Lavanya M, Pradipa U, Priyadarshini S.M., Saranya C, Tamilarasi B. And the rest 2 candidates will receive their degree in absentia. Medal winners in Instrumentation Engineering, Jamuna P, Aarti P, Aravind Guru I, Binupreena D, Madhumati R.M., Mukundan E, Nandini K.M., Preeti K, Satya S, Shuganti P, and the rest 2 candidates will receive their degrees in absentia.
I, Sendil Kumar, Head of the Department of Electrical Electronics Engineering of Banaryaman Institute of Technology, have the privilege of presenting 12 candidates to receive the degree of Master of Engineering in Power Electronics and Drives offered by Anna University, Chennai. Dharani, the medal winner, Divya Bharati, Gayatri, Navina, Selva Kumar, Subramanian, Suganya, Surabhi, Surya Guhan, Vignesh, Vinotini, Yogamadi, and the rest 2 candidates will receive a degree in absentia. I, Dr. C. Palniswamy, Head of the Department of Information Technology of Banaryaman Institute of Technology, have the privilege of presenting 15 candidates to receive the degree of Master of Engineering in Software Engineering awarded by Anna University. Divya Gnanaratnam, medal winner, Divya S, Durga S, Gokula Bharati, Kavya, Manimegalai, Manju, Ram Kumar, Sandhya Priya, Satish, Shyamala, Swati, Tirka, Varalakshmi, Vignesh, and the rest 3 candidates will receive their degrees in absentia.
I, Dr. G. Anusha, Head of the Department of Civil Engineering of Banaryaman Institute of Technology, have the privilege of presenting 12 candidates to receive the degree of Master of Engineering in Structural Engineering awarded by Anna University, Chennai. Balaji, Ganesh Kumar, Gopinath, Gokul, Janardhanan, Kavita, Kirti, Monisha, Muthu Kirtana, Nandini, Ravi Kumar, and Minesh. And the rest 6 candidates will receive their degrees in absentia.
I, Dr. R. Ravi Kumar, Head of the Department of Biotechnology of Banaryaman Institute of Technology, have the privilege of presenting 6 candidates to receive the degree of Master of Technology in Biotechnology awarded by Anna University, Chennai. Yashika, Best Students Award Gold Medalist, Amubai, Kavya, Dashini, Cynthia S, Siju S, Targavati R. The rest 1 candidate will receive the degree in absentia.
I invite Dr. R.V. Ramani to present the degree certificates to the graduates of BE programs in Aeronautical Engineering, Civil Engineering, Computer Science Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering, and Electrical and Electronics Engineering of 2016 batch. Let the candidates be now presented.
I, Gollakota, Head of the Department Aeronautical of Banaryaman Institute of Technology, have the privilege of presenting 43 candidates who received the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Aeronautical Award by Anna University. Lavanya, award win. Pradeep Kumar, Abhinaya, Achila, Anandan, Devin Paul, Chidambaram, Cyril Prasad, Deepan Chakravarti, Dinesh Kumar, Divya, Ilai Raja, Ilan Chalian, Giri Murugan, Gokul Kannan, Gautama Lakshman, Gautam, Harita, Indira Priyadarshini, Jaikiran, Karishma, Manoj Kumar, Menaka, Mohandas, Muhil Ramakrishna, Naresh, Nitisha, Nitya, Nivedita, Parthivan, Prakash, Rajrajesh, Ranjit Kumar, Sam Theodore Moses, Sangeeta, Sanjeev Kumar, Sarat Kumar, Sarat, Selvarajeshwari, Shashank Gauri, Sindhu, Siva, Sivarani, Sivaranjani, Tavamani, Veera Manikandan, Vinay, Viniba, Venkatesh. The remaining will get their degrees in absentia.
I, Dr. G. Anusha, Head of the Department of Civil Engineering of Banariamman Institute of Technology, have the privilege of presenting 108 candidates to receive the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering awarded by Anna University, Chennai. Nivashini, Alex Pandian, Amritavarshini, Anand Raj, Arun, Balamurugan, Sushil Nishan, Sibi Chakravarti, Suryanathan, Sibi Shakti, Dakshana Murthy, Dharani, Dinesh Kumar C, Dinesh Kumar S, Elil Arasan, Ganesh Kumar, Gayatri, Gokilambal, Gokulnath, Gautam, Hari Prasad, Janani Raji, Jagaveera Pandian, Karthikeyan, Kumaresan, Kumaresh, Lokesh, Madana Kirti, Menaka, Mitra, Muhammad Ashik, Muhammad Aslam, Mohan Raj, Mushtaq Ahmad, Nachimuttu, Nagulan, Nandini, Naveen, Nirmal,